Okay, so this time we're going to try to add a little spice to the game. Last time we added the death of the character, but it's still missing something, and that something is an objective because I also added I also added an enemy here for some reason. You can still ride on them, but you lie if you touch them. So yeah, that works great, but there's still no point in the no objective in the demo. Now, obviously, this demo was just created to show, a simple 2D scene. But I thought that we should add like maybe a something around here, maybe a wall, something that changes the level into another level. So that's the goal. The goal will be to climb up here and then you get to the exit. And here is we can just have some sort of secret. We can just probably put a lot of coins so that this site is not pointless. Of course, we coins right now doesn't do anything really, but the game counts them. I mean, you can at least hear, and the game counts them, so that's something, even if they don't do anything. It makes you feel good. So that's the objective today, is to have a goal, to have an objective, an end to the level, an end to the level. And I might change the structure of the level to make it, because right now you can just jump here and get to the end. Now this platform is going to go bye-bye. Oh, whoops. And what is going to happen is that from here you need to make a good jump, and if you don't do a good jump you will not be able to get back because this platform will not exist. So the structure of the level is to get up here, then this here, then this here, and this here, and you can get the coins here if you want. And then now that will make it a little bit more linear, but it will make it more interesting because right now you can just start the game without facing any enemy, because you can just jump here, and well, that's the only enemy that you will face if the goal is here. So let's make those changes. So I'm going to start with the level. And the first thing that I'm going to do is check which one is this platform. Level tile map. I cannot see which one is this platform. So it might be part of the tile map. Yeah, it is part of the map. Now I remove it. Even if the graphics are there, you won't be able to. Now the problem is which one is which one. There you go. Now there's nothing. Good. So now that we removed the platform and make sure, and we can make sure that there's no way to get there. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This won't do. Can I jump from here? No, I cannot jump from here. So, this platform, now I think it looks fine. Of course, now it's lower. Oh, I cannot get there. I'll guess. I'll guess I have to face the enemies. And I still can jump. And I can still die. This is good. This is good. So let's add a few coins. Ooh. Let's add. No, I don't need no enemies. Coins. So the coins are in groups. I can just duplicate one of these. And this one just became. Because I want more of a large group of coins. So let's see how that looks. Oh my god. We now have an objective for this side. And when we add the goal, we will have an objective for this side. Good, good. So, now is the moment of truth. How are we going to change the level? Well, first, the first thing we need to do is define, what will be our level. How much, when you think on the node tree, on the, right, the node tree, which is this thing. What is going to be a level? Now, we know this is the level, but this is what contains the level, right? So they pretty much have already have a solution, have the solution built in. We just need to change the level, right? However, another thing we could do, this is because of the way that this game is made, right? The way this demo is made, this works probably the best for this. Another solution could have been to change the game itself. And now that, if that is a good idea or not, it depends on how do you look at it. Because if you think about the structure of the game, of course you have the root, and you will have the auto loads, and you will have then this game. This is what loads. Game single player. This is what loads. When the application starts, this is the scene that loads, and this is a scene in which node you can actually control, but this node is just an empty node. I mean, it's not, it's just a node. Not really an empty node, but just a node. It doesn't really have anything here. These kind of nodes really don't have that much parameter of functionality besides the normal functionality that you already have. So really, this node is here to hold the the uh, other nodes and the and it has a script. So technically, of course, we know that there is a single player and there's a multiplayer change to do this. So there could have been another node on top that was like a title screen or something like that where you choose when you start the game you choose between two players and one player. Something like that as title screen. You could also have and you could also have that as auto load. You could even have this as an auto load. However, because you want to change to the to not to the I'm making a mistake here between two player and one player. Of course, you want to change within the single player and and multi and two player. You will want to have it being a not an auto load like this because that way pretty much you're changing when you're changing between two player and one player you're changing the game. And that could have been one way of changing the the level, just changing the entire thing. But it is better this way because the game already have the functionality to change between single player and multiplayer. So there's no reason for us to really meddle with that. So changing the level and also the interface and the pause menu are already part of that single player uh, instance, right? So we can just change the level. It's the easiest thing. It's the easiest thing. Now we have to be careful because the player is not a part of level. There is no player here. So we need to make sure that there's a player too. But the best thing that I will say we should make then is come here and look for the level. And we have the level sync here. And maybe we should make a new folder for the new level, but for now I'm not going to be that responsible. I'm just going to go on here on level and I'm just going to duplicate it. And I'm going to call it level 2. And now we have a level 2. So all we will need to change from level 1 to level 2 is to have some sort of goal or anything that when you reach it or you touch it, it changes level for 2 from level to level 2. That's the plan at this point. Of course, I will say that we should differentiate both. that we should differentiate. And the first thing we should do to differentiate, let me think of, I don't want to make accidental changes to the level. So let's open level 2. The level 2, but before doing that, I will say that we should at the very least make changes to level 2 so that we can differentiate it out. You're going to be like up here because you're going to be the boss. So we will have a boss fight. But we will create the boss. We will leave the boss creation for probably next time. For now, we just have something that we can differentiate. Right? We can now differentiate the level. It's definitely different. So now that we have a different level 2, let's make the switch. And in order for, well, there are many ways in which we can do it. I will say that we create a function in game, of course, because game is the one that's going to stay. So we create a function to change the level, and that level could be accessed by different things. That function, let's, we could call it a change level function. And for now, let's just go here and make the function and let's call it change LB. And for now it's pass. For now. But this function change level, which is the function that will change the level, and it will get a level. It will get a level. And let's say that this is going to be a string. Okay, so this is the variable we're going to use to get the string. So then when we change level, we also tell it which level, or which is the name of the next level, or where does the level bring. And that's something we can do through the different objects that we are going to use. And I say different because there could be many ways in which you can do this or use this function, because it's going to be a function here on game. So you can do what you can do is that you can have something like a goal object that once you touch it, that's it, you change the level because you touch the goal, you change the level. It could have an animation, like the flag in Mario, have an animation, the fireworks, and then it changes the level. So it will have an animation of the fireworks. If it was like Mario, I'm saying in the case that it will be something like Mario, once you touch the goal, it will have an animation, it will have the fireworks, and then it will play this function to change the level. If it's something different, like a boss fight, then once you get the boss fight, once you kill the boss fight, of course, there's the animation of the boss fight dying, and there could be fireworks too. And then you call the change level function from maybe even the boss himself. Once the boss die, you have the animation. You play the animation of the boss dying animation, and then you play the fireworks too together with the boss animation. Maybe it's a part of of the boss dying animation, and then after the boss animation is over, you call this function from the boss himself. Same goes for the goal. For the goal itself, you bring this you call this function. So let's go and create a goal. Let's this time we create the goal, and for the next time when we deal with the boss, we call the function from the boss. But for now, let's focus on the goal. So let's just create a 2D scene. I will say it will be just a sprite or honestly an area 2D. An area 2D with a collision shape 2D. And that collision shape, well, I don't know which shape is going to be because I don't know which shape is the. So I'm going to go with rectangle shape right now. And let's see. Right now it's not unsafe, so let's call this goal. And let's save the scene. It is a level, but it's not going to be part of the level scene. So let's just create an object, a folder, objects, objects. Let's create a folder and let's save it here for now. And of course, this goal is going to have, and this is where we are going to call the function. And it's simple because all we need to do, and we still just don't have a graphic for the goal. I might use the same. Well, let's see what do we have. We could use something like a giant coin. Let's maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. But for now, what we're going to do, and of course we have the object here. Right now it doesn't have even a shape, but that's the square, that's the collision. Once you touch it, you will enter the area, so it will send a signal to itself, and with sending a signal to itself, it means that it's sending a signal. When you touch the collision shape, it will send a signal to its script that it will run. See, it's send this signal and it will run this function, and in this function that's where we are going to, well, since we're using the, and this is why it's good to use an auto load for this kind of functionality, because auto loads can be easily reached by the script. But let's use the game the game node as the one that will be the one doing the changing of the level. So let's get the tree. And on the tree, we are going to run the get root function to get the root. And now that we're on the root, we are going to get a node. And guess which node is going to be the one. It's going to be called. Now the scene is called game single player, but in the scene tree I'm pretty sure what is going to appear is just game. So you have to go what will appear on the scene. And you call the function. And the function is going to, what was it called? Change level. Change level. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. I almost forgot. How I wrote it. And of course, we know that change level goes with a string, but we don't know the name of the level. Well, we know is, but let's use a variable for this, and we export. It's better this way, because that way on the editor you can set export. Right. In Godot 4 you need to write it like it. That wasn't the reason why I'm failing, is because that wasn't the case in 3.5. And we can call it next level. We can, it is something that you know, describe it. So let's just for now next LB. There you go. And this is a string. And now when we go into the inspector, there's the next level string. And here what we are going to do is that we are going to share log for level 2. We're going to copy the path, and that's what we're going to move, because when we write the function we're going to simply move the path. So what we're doing here is that we're taking this path. Now this should not be on this goal, okay, because this is the base goal. We pretty much have it finished, besides the fact that it needs a visual aspect to it. So we could have repurposed the coin for this. So let's see if the coin has its own. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. So we grab what we want. And of course here, because this is going to be a giant coin. So the scale, no. The scale have to be like twice. That's a giant coin. You dodge it, you go to the next universe. We can also modulate it a little bit. How about... Okay, I think this works. So it is a coin, a blue coin, that somehow is the goal. And of course, we need to make the collision to match. You know, as much as possible. And we can make it circular, but there's no point. Really, there's not much point in it. And we change the pitch scale of the sound to make it different. And I'll be honest, I'm going to add a timer too. And the timer should be on the goal. One shot. And this is the actual signal that will trigger the changing on the level, so that the animation plays. If we have an animation for changing the level, the animation plays and then it changes the level. So we connect the timer with the goal, and on timer, then and what this one will do is play the timer for now. Of course, it should also maybe play an animation. So now when you enter the area, the timer starts, and when the timer finishes, it changes the level. So we need to put the animation in between here. And I don't really know which animations we have to work with here. Picked. Should it be the pick animation? You know, let's go with the pick animation. Whatever it is, let's go with the pick animation. So, was it play? I'm pretty sure it was play. And it was pick, right? right? Peak. So I think that might be how it was, how it is. We play the picked animation, the timer start, get root, change level, and it's going to change into the variable here. We haven't put it. Next level. Okay. Next level, next LB is the variable that we exported, which is this one. So whatever it is, we put here when the timer finally ends. After we enter the area, the timer starts, the timer ends. It runs this function with next LB, which is what we set here. And that is going to go to game and run this function here, which right now there's no function. There's only pass. And there is many ways in which we can write it. Let's make a variable. Variable level. Actually, let's just call it LB resource. So let's load resource. So let's load the resource. So it's load. Of course, this is a function. And level, which is the string we're passing here, which is this one. So this one, next level, is going to be passed right here, change level, next level. So we're going to pass this through this function into here, right? Change level. So here is going to be that string, which is the path to the resource. And of course, is going to be that resource is going to be the variable level. So this level is the resource we passed. And we need to instance it. We need to instance it. So level resource. And then we add the child to game. Add child. Level resource. We should also remove level, but we can do that through the goal. Right here, we can get parent, and we're going to assume that the parent is the level. So we always need to make sure that the parent is the level by making the goal one of the main nodes of level, one of the main childs. On the child list of level, goal should be here, should be there. So get parent q free, and that's how we get rid of the level. But by that point, we are ready called the function on the game. So the game will be loading the level. So at the same time, pretty much that the level is keyed free, the game is preparing whatever the next level is. And let's save all the scenes. And of course, we also need to do the same, but for the player. So I'm going to do a copy paste, but this time we're loading level player. And this time we're going to go to the player scene. It's right here, copy path. And we're going to put the path here, paste. Now it needs to be a string. And of course, player. But it's going to be a child of, not of game. Right now, if I leave it like that, it will be a child of game. No, we need it to be a child of level. So we have level resource, which we added as a child. We added as a child level resource, which is going to be level, whatever level it is, level 2, level boss level, final level, whatever. And player is now going to be a child of level. We could also make player a child of game, but let's keep with the way the demo was created. Let's be faithful as we can to the game. So since in the demo player is a child of level, we're going to make our player a child of level. It could, depending on your game, it could not be. If you take something, and this is more like a potential scenario in which you don't want player to be a part of the level but a part of the game, will be something like an open world in which you're loading the different areas. So you want the player to be a child of the game and simply have the levels, appear being loaded as the player gets close to them. You load the levels, so the levels are sort of in a certain way. There's the game, right? If we were to change this into an open world, it will be the game node, then the player node will be at the same level of the, like this, right? So it will be at the same level, at the same hierarchy level of level. Of course, I will probably change the name from level to area. And there will probably be different areas loaded at the same time to make sure that regardless of where the player goes, that those areas close by are already loaded. And of course, as the player gets far from a certain area, you can erase that area. But by erasing the area, you are not erasing the player. That's what you're put the player outside the area, so that when you erase the area and load another area, the player is still on the game, probably on an area. You can call, for example, if it was area 1, area 2, and area 3, and the player is on area 3, and you want to load area 4, and you want to erase area 1. So because you erase area 1 and the player is not part of any of the areas, you can safely erase area 1 without erasing the player. That's what I want to say. Where's a scenario in which you want the player to be outside the levels? But that's not how the demo was created. So let's keep with the demo design. And in the demo design, the player is inside the level. So there you go. Inside as a child of the level node. Not inside the level, but as a child of a level node. So let's keep with that by making the child, the player, a child of the resource, which in this case is levels, is going to be level 2. Because that's exactly what we're going to do right now. So let's save everything. And let's go to level 2. Actually, we're going to level 1. We are not going to level 2 yet. So let's go to level 1. And it's actually just called level. So let me bring it here. And level, we're going to get the goal, and we're going to create an instance. And like we already decided, the goal instance need to be a direct child of level, because there is a function that it has that is get parent q3 to remove the level. And that's it's done when it's changed level. Now that could have been done through the game level as part of the function. There are various ways in which you can do. You can check for the childs and see if you have a child called level, for example, or if there is a child at all. Well, I think in this case you don't want that because interface. But you can do something like if there's a child and the child is not interface, then you erase it and then you do the load level thing. So that's pretty much the same as looking for level, but because we don't know right which name level it's going to have, unless you create a variable to keep whatever the name of level it is. It could be level 1, it could be level 2, it could be boss level, it could be level bonus level. Well, in this case, to simplify things, you check for what you want, what you don't want to erase, which in this case is the instance layer, and you erase every other child. That's one way in which you can do it. Of course, keeping track of the levels and simply erasing the exact level that you want to erase. That will be the optimal way of doing it through the game. But we don't need to do that. We can just do it through the goal. Because the goal is going to be part of the level. So the goal does the work for you of making sure you're erasing the level because it's going to queue free the part that it belongs to. So yeah, we now have the goal, and right here is the goal. So we're going to move it because the goal belongs here, right? It belongs here. So right now we have done pretty much a very fair uh, amount of code. The last thing we need to do, of course, because we now have the goal instance as part of the level, we're going to now have the next level being applied. And of course, we need to make sure that we are applying it to this particular instance of the scene and not the scene itself. So let's remove the scene. And let's remove the coin, we don't need it. And now we have this instance of this scene. Right? Which is part of level. And in this instance of this scene is where we are going to get the path, copy path, get the path to level 2 and paste it here, put it here. So that when the player touches this instance, it goes to the particular level of the instance. And if we were to put the goal scene on another level, like level 3 or level 4, and of course it will be another instance, so it will not have this. This will be empty and we can put another level. That's how you do it. You reuse the goal scene on the different levels. But the other thing that I forgot, of course, is on the goal. We haven't mentioned which area it is. Just if an area is entered, and if an area is entered, it could be entered by anything. But and here's where we go with the player. Go to the player. To the player. To examine this, because the player is going to be the one that is going to enter. And we're going to examine what do we have here. We do have an area here. It's the hurt box. We could use the hurt box. We could add another area. We could also use, this is a volley, but this is a volley. If we were going to use a volley, and let's open let's get the signal, we will need a volley enter. If we are going to use the volley, right now the function looks for an area. So we could use the hurt box of the player and say if area dot name, right? I think this is, no wait, this is not a function, equals equals hurt box, hurt box. Then if the area name is hurt box, right? Because if we look at player, the only area that it has is the hurt box. Then it will do this. However, we can do the same with the body, with the character body 2D, by using the body enter function, right? Now there's a body enter function. Let's copy paste this. Well, let's copy paste this. Of course, if body equals, now if body dot name equals player then we do this. Now I have player in lowercase. I have to make sure that player is not going to be in lowercase. It's going to be in cap. It's going to be capitalized. So, but for now, we're going to comment this out. We're going to comment this out. And we're going to just use the area for now and see if it works with the hurt box. So let's get all the way to the goal and see what happens. Okay, it's because I made a mistake here. So yeah, it's instantiate. Second time I make this mistake because they changed it in Godot 4. So now let's see. Oh my god. But we still. Let's. Do you feel that? Do you have that feeling? If that's a feeling of success. However, I just noticed something. Let's do it again. I want no flux. I want no flux. Yeah, you cannot. Okay. I like this. I like how it's working. Can you kill me? And I get back here. So if you die at the boss, you reload all the way back here. We might have to make a change on how the player died, but that will be for next time when we deal with the boss. Now, before going, one thing is that I want to check, of course. Now that we know, let's try it with the body instead to comment. Let's try it with the player body instead of the hard box, the player body. So now we know by using the hurt box it works, because that was the only one that wasn't commented. So let's see, it works. So for the body you need to use the body enter if you're using the character body on the area on the goal, and you use the you use on body enter. For the character body you use on area enter for the hurt box, because the hurt box is an area. Or you can create a new area to do those checks, and of course call it goal checker or something like that, and that's the name of the area that you look for. So yeah, next time we should be making this a proper boss fight, because right now we can just kill it and well, nothing happens because there is no wall. But we can do that for the next time. We will turn this into a proper boss fight.